Hey!
Hey! Oh my
Happy
god!
Sunday!
Happy Sunday, everyone! Happy Gameboys Sunday, actually.
Yeah!
Alright. Hi, Nico. Nice to
Ah,
see you.
hey, Mikey, kumusta?
I am speechless. Oh my god.
You're
Alright.
floored. We're all
I know.
floored.
I am floored. I am walled. I am ceilinged. I am everything.
Everything.
All right, so good evening, everyone. So it is Game Boys night. Nice to meet you guys. So if you notice, that walang kami, there's just the two of us right now because I don't know. It's a night of events. There's a lot of stuff that happened. One of which is Game Boys, and the other things which are family matters that our other members have to attend to. So that's why they won't be able to join us today.
Yep.
So we wish them well and we wish their families well, and
course.
hopefully they can join us in the next one. All right. So we will have two other people joining us later on, but we wanted to go ahead and get started because, oh my god, we just want to talk about this. Like,
Wait lang, Mikey. Ano mo na, overall reaction mo muna.
what? Sorry. The
Overall
overall
reaction mo muna, Mikey. Go.
Oh my god, I posted it on Twitter. I'm gonna say
What's
it
your
again.
overall reaction muna after the finale? The series finale, rather.
Number one BL globally, period. Seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my god. Fudge. That is my overall reaction. Oh my god.
Yun na yun.
I mean, we're gonna talk about it a little bit more later on, but
Yep,
how about you? What's your reaction to it?
We've been talking about a lot of things and possibilities, no? We were kind of anticipating for scenarios sa group chat natin, no? So I wasn't really expecting a lot, no? But I was kind of hoping for something kasi may movie na at lahat. So technically parang wala naman when I started watching parang wala lang. Pero oh my gosh, wait, parang I was kind of like wanting to pause kasi I was kind of expecting na hahaba siya kasi sabi sa Twitter, then na medyo mahaba siya ng konti, no? More than 30 minutes. But relatively, parang medyo hindi naman siya ganun kahaba. But everything was there. Exactly. Parang di nga ako nainip or what, no? So I was just going through the motion and everything. They were like, oh my God, wait. And then, di ba? Parang, and then they had the kiss already. And then, wait. And then biglang may season 2. And okay.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's jam-packed. Yeah. I don't know.
Right. By the way, if you guys... Right. By the way, disclaimer, if you guys haven't seen the episode yet, please watch it first before you get on or continue or whatever.
Spoilers,
because there are going to be spoilers here because we are going to be talking about the show. Pero alam mo, parang, I don't know, for the first time, I was actually, I mean, just to follow up to what I said earlier, for the first time, I was screaming and I was crying and I was... posting on Twitter about this, and I don't do that. I mean, I've never done that. Alam mo yun? I mean, it just has that effect on me, especially since I would, I know, especially since this episode comes 2 weeks after the previous episode, so it was delayed. So alam mo yun, the anticipation and the prolonged self-torture that we put ourselves through, thinking about what's gonna happen, what they're gonna do, right? So parang it drives you crazy. And I mean, alam mo yun, from start to finish, well, up until the very, almost to the very end, I was waiting for
Right.
some, for the other shoe to drop. I was waiting for something like, alam mo yun, like parang something heartbreaking to happen and all of that. So I was at the edge of my seat, and they kept pushing me and pushing me to the edge. Alam mo yun, and I was ready to break talaga. And then, bam! Woo! They ended like that.
Yun.
It was like, oh my God. Damn. Ash Malanum, thank
Kung
you.
asan ka man, no? Kung
Kung
asan ka
nandito ka
man
man,
talaga,
if you're here,
papasalamat ko nito.
thank you so
Hands
much. And I
down,
want to talk. I want to talk.
hands down.
Oh, I want to talk. Like, what's in store for season two? Are you gonna? Oh my God! Are you gonna put us
Oo.
through another roller coaster? Ano yun? Serious? Oh my God! Seriously. I mean, I'm tingling right now. My entire body is tingling right now because I still
Right.
have that adrenaline rush from the series and how it ended, and those extra scenes. Like, oh my
Grabe, grabe.
God!
Speaking of like extra scenes, no, parang these were not just only fan service eh. Para sa akin I just felt like it actually parang created the whole story of the entire series eh. 'Di ba? Parang I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't
Right.
just fan service eh, 'di ba?
It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I
Ay,
think
nag-hi
Ash.
pala si Jerica
Oh, hey,
Sabilo. Yan.
Jerica. Hi, Jerica. I hope you've seen the episode already. And what did you think about
Oo.
it? Put it in the
Let us
comments.
know.
What
Let
can
us
you
know.
say? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know.
She's asking, asan daw yung iba, Mikey?
Yeah. Well, work emergency, family emergency. So, ang daming ganap today, di ba? Hindi kinaya ng madla. So, kaming dalawa lang ang ang sumulpot. Oh, and hi, Fritz. Hello.
Chris,
I hope you've
yeah.
seen the episode as well.
Hey, join
Nice
us sa
photo, by the way.
discussion.
Yeah, tell us, what did you think about the episode? I mean, did it drive you crazy? Did it drive you up the wall? Were you happy about it? Because
Nag-warning
we
ka ba like
are.
after, di
Nag-warning
ba?
ka ba? Binato mo ba yung screen? Tumalon ka ba sa saya? Sumigaw ka ba?
Oo.
Diba? Oh my God. Great.
Wala,
I'm just
I don't know.
really,
It's just a happy, I don't know, episode.
yeah,
I wasn't
absolutely.
expecting a lot. I was kind of like, sige, tignan natin kung anong ipipresenta
Right.
nung tong finale na to, no? But oh my gosh, we are anticipating for another season. Sorry for the spoiler, pero my goodness, hindi ko talaga yun yung hindi ko inexpect.
Yes.
I swear.
I wasn't expecting that too because parang
Yeah.
there were no indications. I mean, there were no, well, there may have been a clue, like we mentioned before, right, with the
Yeah.
season finale versus
Right.
series finale, but
Yeah.
nothing was ever confirmed. I mean, nobody ever said anything. And
Yeah.
when with the cast talking about how they were done shooting, and they were
Mhm.
all using verbiage that was parang with finality. Alam mo yun, parang eto na yun eh. And then yun nga, parang in the global reactors meet
Right.
earlier, they were talking and then people were asking, so what's next, etc. And they were like, well, let's just say na hopefully this is not the last time we're gonna see each other because we're still gonna see each other because Gameboys is still gonna be on YouTube. It's uploaded there. So alam mo yun, parang they didn't mention anything about future projects or a continuation. It wasn't ever mentioned. And at the end of the reactors meet, they were talking about how they were gonna miss each other. That even Adriana said na, hey, wag kayong mawawala sa chat natin ha. We're still gonna continue talking. Di ba? Parang, oh my God, it sounded like it was the end. Like it was goodbye. Like the project was done. And then they spring that little surprise at the end with a photo. Oh my God. So alam mo yun, parang they were very smart about it. Nico, are you're frozen. So is it just me on the chat? Or am I the one who's frozen? So I hope Nico comes back. But you guys, did you watch it all up until the very end? Oh, now it's just me. Okay. PLDT. I would just like to make a request on behalf of my buddy here, Nikolai Pagsalin. Hopefully, can you go ahead and check his connection and see if it can be put up tonight, like in the next 2 minutes, if you can. Thank you so much. All right, so guys, I'm the only one right now. So bear with Nico, bear with the entire group. They all had work or family emergencies, so they won't be able to join us tonight. There will be someone who will be joining us in a little bit from the group. They're just finishing up some stuff, and then there will be another one who will be serving as a guest. Oh my God, Jerica, did you? Me too. Like seriously, I've never cried like that. I mean, I've felt it in other BLs, especially Thai BLs. You know, those really emotional ones, like Until We Meet Again and He's Coming to Me. But I've never like nothing has ever fallen except for this one here. Ah, especially when they were crying, diba? Parang they were kissing and it was very slow mo and the camera was like going around
Hello?
them and then they
Sorry,
were
nawala ako
staring up.
atensyon na.
That's okay. It happens. We've experienced this before. So yun ba, parang I was saying na parang when they were kissing and yung tumutulo yung luha nila, parang,
Right, right.
oh my God. I mean, seriously, these two people, it felt real. Alam mo
Super,
yun, parang,
super.
I mean, I wouldn't even call that acting anymore. Eh. I mean, what do you call that? I mean, I don't know. There should be a word for that. I mean, there should be a new coined word for that. I mean,
Right, right.
seriously, I don't know. I mean, how many takes did it take for them to actually film that
Oo,
kissing
eh.
scene? 'Di ba? Kasi yung luha
Super.
na yon, my God, I
It
felt
felt
it.
so, I
I
felt
really
it
felt
too.
it.
Super, super.
I'm feeling
But,
actually lightheaded right now from all the adrenaline and
so
all of the emotions
wala
that
pa kami
went through my
marereact
head.
ngayon, no?
Oh my
Magkukuda-kuda lang
God.
kami
I
dito,
am so
no?
sorry if we're not making sense right now, but hello. You guys understand. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Oh, andyan na si Lance Lucas. We're joined by
Lance!
Lance. Hey,
Lance!
hey.
Oh my God. Okay, so
Hey,
Lance, tell us. How did you feel?
grabe.
Oh my
It's
God.
like I
Initial
got lots
reactions,
to
Lance.
say.
How do you
Um,
feel?
it's a roller coaster of emotions na it's about to end.
Right.
I'm
Uh-huh.
feeling
Yes.
kilig. Naiiyak
Yeah.
ako. I'm frustrated kasi in some points I feel the same way as they do. Na
Yes.
when I think that's going to be our end scene when this pandemic is over. When the
Right.
moment that Gab would see Pearl would see
Right.
Right.
Cairo, it's gonna be that same energy of hugs. And for
Yeah, yeah.
me, not seeing my partner for 6 months, I think that kiss is gonna be gonna be
Mm.
that same
Oh.
moment as well.
Oh.
Oh, ay.
Kaya tagos, sabi ko, damdam na ramdam ko talaga to.
Tagos, grabe,
Super.
ayan.
Super.
Oh, andyan din si Maya. Hey, Maya!
Hey,
Hey,
Maya.
Maya.
Oh,
Ikaw naman.
fresh from the last scene.
Yay! Kumusta ka? How do you feel?
Umiiyak talaga ako.
Oh.
Why are you on mute?
So-
Okay.
And then nagmamute ako kasi my dog is asking for my attention.
Baba!
Oo, ayan, Baba the BL dog. Ayun, sobrang naiyak ako kasi nakaka-relate din ako kay Lance kasi nga, me and my boyfriend haven't seen each other also in a while. Well, we have seen each other but
Right.
only
You
for
met
half
up.
a day, diba? So,
Yeah.
nakaka-relate ako in a way, diba, dun sa dilemma nila, diba? Tapos nakakadagdag yung pandemic dun sa dynamics ng relationship. Tapos when they finally met, oh my gosh, sobrang naiyak talaga ako the moment that
Yes.
Grabe.
that Cairo showed up behind Coco. Yung talaga yung parang, oh my gosh, I started bawling already on my spot.
Right.
So yun yung first
And,
question natin for tonight,
okay.
siguro. Muna kumustahan lang talaga. Let's not
Ay,
make it
nako.
too structured siguro. Parang kumusta ka after
Yeah.
Gameboys and then why? Ayan, go!
I am a
Basta yung
mess. I
emotions
am
nyo.
an emotional wreck. Like,
Amen to
Ay,
that.
magaba yung face mo. Grabe.
like,
Oh.
oh my God. I'm sorry if I was telling Nico kanina, I have never cursed or screamed or cried in any BL whatsoever. This was the
Right.
first time. I am an emotional mess right now. Kalat na kalat ang
Emotional wreck.
pakiramdam ko ngayon. Alam mo yun? Because I was telling him earlier, like, the 2 weeks of anticipation, we don't know what's gonna happen. We're expecting the worst because people are going crazy on Twitter. All of the, alam mo yun, conspiracy theories. And then Ash is so mum and tight-lipped about it, not giving us anything. So alam mo yun, when you're not given any facts or any confirmation, your mind goes places that
Oo
it has
naman.
never gone. Diba? Parang you expect the worst and your imagination runs wild. Diba? So parang,
Right.
and I was telling Nico earlier, like, throughout the episode, I was expecting for the other shoe to drop. I was expecting something really bad to happen, etc. Diba? But then, parang it kept me at the edge of my seat, obviously, because I was waiting for the next thing. What's gonna happen? And then, okay, that happened. So what's now? What's gonna happen now, etc. Right? So, what I would like to say though is, it went in the direction that we kind of expected, because one of the scenarios that went through my head was that Kai was gonna stay, and he did, but it wasn't exactly in the way that I anticipated, right?
Yeah.
Because it was just for a week, diba? So it's sort of like to I don't know, get some closure or whatever, or to spend some time with Gav so that he'll be more ready to take the next step or go to Bukidnon or whatever. But also, what I really liked about this episode is it's full circle, diba? So it's versus episode 10, wherein si Gab yung nagpakita sa likod ni Kai. This time, it was Kai who showed up sa likod ni Gab, right?
Yes.
And then that scene on Emerald Avenue, or I don't know what avenue, Emerald Avenue, wherein they met in the middle because they were just meeting for the first time. And, they were meeting each other as equals, right? Sort of. But this time, it was Kai who stepped across the line first.
Crossing the line.
Correct, meaning he was the one who was putting himself out there and finally admitting to himself and to Gav na, hey, I have to also respect your feelings and I have to be the one to make sacrifices
And that's so
now
meaningful,
because
diba?
I love you. Exactly, right? But then, Gav, true to himself and true to his character, hindi ko papatalo sa'yo. Mahal kita. So, he also stepped over the line. It was like,
It meant a lot, grabe, no?
I went crazy when that happened.
Sumisigaw din talaga ako.
I don't know if the people next door heard me, but I was screaming when they started kissing. Because, actually, when Gav started reaching for Kai's face mask, because I was like, oh my god, it's gonna happen! And that kiss, oh my god.
Ang slow-mo pa.
Correct.
Slow pa.
And alam mo yun? And oh my god, that was a kiss. That was a kiss. GMM TV, if you are watching this, and I know you're not, but if you are watching this, that is how you do a kiss.
That is the epitome of a real BL kiss. GMM TV.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
grabe.
No lips barred. Like,
Grabe,
lower lip.
no?
They went for it.
Walang kaabog-abog, walang pagdadalawang isip. Mama, pak, diba? Good
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm feeling lightheaded.
Super grabe, no?
Oh my god.
I just,
you guys talk.
Kayo ba, Lance? Kumusta ka after Gameboys?
The first episode, first scene pa lang, Mother Pearl, pak.
Yeah.
Parang she wants to cross the line immediately. Parang I emphasize with her kasi I'm a fixer as well. And her coach struck to me na you have to leave people to fix it themselves. If you've done what you've done, the best thing you can do is wait and let the universe and trust whatever will happen next.
Right.
That's after that it came the mother scene, parang oh no, this reminds me of the exact moment I came out to my mom. So sabi ko, her lines were similar to what she said. Na,
talaga?
I'm your mother, I should know. Parang,
relate
actually, her own lines were, if she's a very frank, ignorant woman, so her own lines were like, do you think I'm stupid? I'm your mom. I should know. Mm-hmm. But she finished it with, I love you.
Yeah.
I still love you no matter who you are.
Talaga.
Pray for your mom.
Kaya parang I felt the same mother appeal as well. So, yun, tama nga si Jamie, tagos yung kiss sa screen nila. And the beauty of it felt like, it's like, couldn't take you and watch you live here, please?
Oo nga, grabe. You can really feel the emotions from the kiss, no? Kasi parang from some of the BL series, parang you can tell that the script is, the kiss is scripted. Pero this time, grabe, parang lumabas yung emotions nila through their faces and into each other. Grabe.
Lalo when you see the tears in the mask and they're kissing as well.
With the tears.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Sabi ko nga, nag-post nga ako ng status sa Facebook, sabi ko parang Gameboys the series served everybody well. Yun lang talaga gusto ko sabihin.
Yes.
I'm telling you. Grabe.
At saka
and I resonate with both characters too. Grabe. Kasi parang kaya I'm wearing the shirt today kasi it says conquer yourself. I think that's what the two of them did. They had to conquer themselves. They had to conquer every insecurities they have in order to meet halfway and meet with love.
Right. Ang galing.
And I think that's what happened in the previous episode, diba? Parang back then, parang it was just them really just saying what they felt and not really listening to what the other person was saying. Pero here in this episode, and there was a repeat of that conversation when they met up, right? But they were still in that place wherein, no, ako yung tama. Dapat makinig ka sa akin, diba? But then, I think at the end, because of their realization, because of the impending leaving, but of course they reassess, I guess, themselves and what they were willing to sacrifice. And then when they finally admitted to themselves na, hindi, kailangan parang i-backseat ko muna yung pride ko and I really have to, because I love the person, diba? And that's what you do eh. Parang you make adjustments. But then parang, oh my God, I didn't expect that Kai would show up in Gabriel's back friggin' yard. I was like,
I love that.
Kilabot moment. I was literally like doing this.
I wanted to scream like Pearl with all that.
That was another mirror image, right? When Pearl was like, oh my God, turn the camera, right? It was the exact same thing as what happened in episode 10. Diba? The same lines, right? Oh my God. Pero come through talaga dito si Pearl, diba? Pero again, she was the voice of reason and she was actually able to bridge Wes and Terrence.
Unexpected turn din yun. Grabe.
Diba?
Kinilig ako. Seriously.
Kinilig ako.
No, medyo nagkakayan sila. Tapos nagtitinginan sila na parang awkwardly. Oh my God, medyo kinilig ako.
And that's going to be season 2 na. Diba?
That's part of season 2. I'm sure. That's part of season 2.
Diba?
Right.
Tapos season 2 pasok si Rebel.
Oh my God.
Kasama si Rebel doon, no?
Oh my God, Rebel. Siya yung siya yung third party ni Terrence. Oh my God, seriously.
Cool.
Pero
it was nice.
See Wes at Terrence. Diba? Parang they have the same vibe or look or I don't know. But there's something about it. Yes, Lance, we can say something.
Hindi, wala na. I'm good na.
Ay, sorry.
Maya!
I also agree with Lance kasi sobrang realized ng characters nilang tatlo, diba? Na parang sobrang well-defined ng personalities nila. And sobrang ang ganda ng conflict that it revolved around the differences in their personalities. It resulted to different clashes in their personalities and perspectives and ways of thinking. And maganda din how it was resolved, diba?
Right.
Na parang, yun nga, as Lance said, they were able to conquer their own insecurities, their own fears. For Koka, it was his own insecurities. Tapos for Kai naman, it was his own pride and his being first time in a relationship. Ang ganda ng personal and relational conflicts nila.
Exactly. Well, just to share with you, Mikey, sino yung reactor na si Alvin ng Gender TV? What's his last name?
Dakis. Dakis. Don't drop the I, okay? Don't drop the I.
Okay. Yes. I will not. Ano siya? Parang I saw one of his vlogs and he was explaining about the two personalities na parang
Duality.
si Gabriel daw yung parang on the go na parang very emotional, impulsive, and then
Right.
parang si Kaido was like the rational na parang
Logical.
logical, 'di ba? Parang ganun. Tama yung sabi,
Overthinker.
thinker at the same time, 'di ba? Pero at the end of the day, they're both emotional eh. Pero yung turn of events kasi doon sa episodes 11 to 13, biglang may ganong change. Bigla nagselo si Gabri, si Kai
Exactly.
was like kind of like emotional and all. Pero tama sabi ni Maya, nag-reconcile siya towards the end. And ang swabe nung pagkaka-reconcile towards the end. It wasn't like abrupt na parang pilit. It wasn't even tropish
Right.
or cliche masyado. I thought
Right.
we were kind of anticipating for it. Para it was kind of presented in a different way na na-appreciate natin all the more eh. Di ba? Ang galing lang nang nagsulat. Ash, sinasabi ko sa'yo, no?
Ash, beka naman.
Yeah. Kasi imagine him, his lips sealed, drinking wine. I'm enjoying
Diba?
this.
Correct. Alam mo, I was able to catch him on I think it was Review Boys, I don't know, but he went live with them and they were sort of like trying to ask him questions and he was just like, no, I don't want to answer questions, I just want to listen to you."
Napanood ko
Like,
yun.
I saw that.
Whoa, right?
Girl.
But, I mean, it works because
Right.
alam mo yun, parang
It really
it's
makes
all
you
part
think
of
about
the
possibility.
Oo.
exactly. It's part of the I don't know the plan, I guess. So alam mo yun, parang my God, this person's brain, how does it work? Like, I
Diba,
want to be his
grabe?
brain. I mean, I want to know like what goes on in his head. Like, how many scenarios does he go through before he settles on that final scenario, right? I mean,
It will never stop, Mikey. It will never stop. He will never
does
stop.
he
Or may season 2, it will not stop because there will be a season 2.
exactly. And I also want to know, does he really listen to the reactors or has he already made up his mind before the reactors actually
Interesting
say anything?
question. Yeah.
Alam mo
no?
yun? Kasi parang,
Thought process niya eh. Diba?
because I mean, in the end, I mean, it's his world, it's his characters, diba?
Right.
So parang, I don't know. Parang yun, I just wanna like, can he confirm that? I don't know. Has he said anything about it? I don't know.
Kung pwede
Maybe I don't
naman,
know.
no? Konting
Yeah,
hints
parang,
lang sana.
Teka
diba?
naman, mga ganong bagay.
Baka naman, Ash, please.
Oo.
Teka naman, Ash.
Ito, to
Yes.
extend our discussion siguro, I thought of just this question, assuming na walang season 2. Pero let's just make it interesting siguro.
Sige.
And you can like extend and expound on what you're gonna say. So, ito, 10 years from now, how will
my
you
God.
describe Gameboy
Wow.
to someone who's eager to know about the series? O mga ano na tayo dun, mga tita-tito na tayo nun. di ba?
Hindi
Mga
na
kwenta,
ganda. Oh my gosh.
tita-tito na tayo nun. Pero ito, palang how will you describe the series to someone? Na parang, lumapit sa'yo, tito, ganyan. Daddy, whatever. May daddy, nag-adopt daw. Whatever. Parang ano tong Game Boys? Parang I just found on Twitter or elsewhere, may lumabas on YouTube, Twitter, ano tong Game Boys? And how will you describe Game Boys as a series to someone? Go.
You guys go ahead. I'm still lightheaded.
It's just tough. It's tough in a way because you don't know what's gonna be 10 years from now, like what's gonna be the landscape
Right.
of love, what's gonna be society like.
Yeah.
For me,
Pero-
I think it's ano talaga. Ay, go.
You can start first. I'm still thinking.
Ano talaga siya for me, parang it's really a record of history now kasi it really represents what's going on in everyone's brains throughout the pandemic kasi sobrang
Right.
realistic ng portrayal niya. Everyone's emotions, everyone's psychological dilemmas during the pandemic,
Right.
everyone's relationships during the pandemic, pati yung mga lines na parang nakamute ka, I cannot hear you, you're calling, di ba? Yung mga ganon,
Diba?
sobrang realistic. And I think it's really like a
God, true.
I mean a good representation of the era today, which you can look back in the future. It just so happened that there is a love story between two boys. So I think for me, it's really a piece of history through a BL's lens. Yeah.
I would agree with Maya, di ba? Kasi parang, and I've seen other series, right? But in those other series, yung mga Zoom problems, hindi man lang nangyari. Alam mo yan? Mga ganong bagay.
So, tapos
parang-
dito may Zoom yoga.
Correct,
Yeah.
exactly. Right? So, I mean, it is very realistic. It is very timely. And I
Yeah.
think all the more, I mean, it highlighted how, what people go through during a pandemic, di ba? Parang they go through emotional turmoil, they go through mental siguro instability. I don't know what the term is. I'm sorry. I'm lightheaded right now. But mental issues, di ba? So, but in other series, parang it's everything is all good, and they just happen to be like far apart, whatever. So yeah, I agree with that, and I also want to say, parang I think in terms of how it's broken barriers or how it's broken all those BL tropes, di ba? Parang this is the BL to trailblaze for other Pinoy, if not other BLs, di ba, out there.
Right.
Kasi parang ibang level talaga. Hindi ko explain. Ibang level talaga yung pagkakagawa nitong BL na to. Because, number one, I mean, for me, the characters, I mean, they're so realistic. They're so real. Their arguments are so on point, diba? Parang at one point or another, we've all been that Gab. We've all been that Pearl. We've all been that Cairo, diba? And at some point, we've all been that Terrence and that West.
Right.
Alam mo yun? Parang, I mean, they're so realistic. Parang they're not caricatures. Parang these are actually people that we can be friends with or be enemies with. We actually hate them. That means that their characterizations and their not performances, but these people, diba, actually reflect who we are and who other people are, diba? Kaya that's why ganun na lang yung reaction natin sa mga nangyayari at kaganapan sa series na to, diba? Secondly, I think yung pagkikwento, diba? So yun nga parang yung pagtagpi-tagpi ng mga bagay, all those details that make sense suddenly when mga realizations parang that was because I mean parang I thought because alam mo yun parang yun nga sabi na the people are very smart but also because the writing is very smart, di ba?
Right,
I mean the plot lines, okay, I cannot English right now.
Ang ganda, ang talino ng pagkakasulat talaga. Kasi even in the fight scenes, you know that they both have a point and it's difficult to take sides. And I guess that's really the point of the argument, for you not to take sides, diba?
And the commitment of these people. Imagine that 4 or 5 minute scene, 27 takes for one person, 30 takes for one person.
Ang dami,
because they wanna do it right. They want to do it right.
Grabe.
They know the level of involvement or parang investment ng mga tao, ng audience of series na to, di ba? And that's why they want to deliver. Hindi tulad, I don't want to name names, I don't want to name other BL. Pero yung parang may maipakita lang na BL, alam mo yan? Parang,
which one?
Kasi popular lang Parang,
anong nationality ng BL na yan? Charot.
Correct. Never mind. From the very beginning, they were committed. They were in it for the long.
Since day one, yeah.
They were in it for the long 4, episode 6, episode 8, episode 10, episode
Grabe
haul,
yun,
which became the 13 episode haul, which is now season 2 haul.
Exactly.
They were in it. They were in it talaga. And alam mo yun, parang walang there was no holding back. Especially for Coco, my God. I mean, this guy, my God, when he cries, I cry. I wanna hug him.
Dama mo, no? Dama mo talaga.
Ano yun? Parang, I mean, seriously, oh my God. So there, I mean,
diba?
10 years from now, I'm gonna tell whoever it is that parang, if you ever feel bad about yourself, and if you ever feel that the world is against you, that you have no friends, that there's no getting through this, watch this series. Seriously. Diba? Kasi you will see yourself in this series.
Super.
And you will find something in yourself that will make you say,
exactly.
I'm not alone. I can get through this. I will live to fight another day. Seriously. Watch this series.
Mama. Di ba? Siguro parang along those lines na sinabi ni Mikey, siguro ako I will describe the series to someone. Like, it can be anybody He, she, di ba? It doesn't matter. Definitely bata ito kasi nag-explore sa internet, ganyan. I would tell this person na, hey, it's a masterpiece. It's a Pinoy BL masterpiece. Why so? It's a masterpiece because A masterpiece is a masterpiece despite the limitations, despite the limited resources, despite the challenges, the judgment, the doubts. Di ba kasi doon nagsimula, di
The
ba,
lack
Mike?
of sponsors at the
The lack
beginning.
of sponsors, exact. And remember, ang
While
isang
other BLs,
ay,
never mind.
bongga, di ba? Pero yun nga
Yes.
parang a masterpiece becomes a masterpiece. Kasi nagkikwento siya eh, 'di ba? Ang isang masterpiece hindi naman siya masterpiece because just because kompleto ang resources niya, kompleto ang paint niya or painting niya or parang paintbrush or materials niya, 'di ba? Parang a masterpiece is a masterpiece because it tells a story. And then along those lines, ang sinabi ni Mikey na parang you can find yourself in this, 'di ba? It's a story of everybody, right?
Everybody.
Parang yeah, but it's not. I don't want to label it BL anymore. Eh. Sa akin, it's human experience, eh, 'di ba? Regardless, I mean, ang dami nang nanonood nito ha, straight, LGBT, kung sino man 'yan, 'di ba? Meron nga mga boyfriends nanonood, 'di ba? Na parang curious, ano bang meron sa Gameboys? But you see yourself in this, eh. Terrence, 'di ba? Definitely. But you can see yourself in this because it's a human experience, it's a human story. 'Di ba, Mikey, anong
Right.
tawag na? 'Di ba the genre is not just BL, eh. Meron silang tinatawag na found footage. What's the name of the genre na shinare mo
Right.
sa
Oh my God, I forgot.
Basta
Go ahead, I'll find
grounded on found footage.
Parang Blair.
Parang
Parang
ganun,
Blair
Mike.
Witch.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
May term doon.
Na napagtagpitan.
Yes. Pero parang grounded siya on parang a school of thought na parang found footage or something. Pero may term eh na shinare ni Mikey. Parang yun yung tawag. Pero they made use of that parang platform or medium ba? Parang ganun.
Medium,
Yun
right.
para sa akin. So I would be
technique.
very or technique, yeah. I would be very excited to share the series with that someone. Parang panoorin mo because it's a human experience. It's a story na makaka-relate ka rin. Before mag-share si Lance, nag-hi pa lang ating friend,
Hi, Mark.
Hey.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hindi ko rin napapanood.
Hey, thank you for dropping by.
Sana okay ka
We miss
dyan.
you.
Huwag kang pakapagod dyan, ma'am.
Correct. He's working on a Sunday night. Oh my gosh.
Grabe.
Yes.
Yan ang commitment din, 'di ba? Hindi lang si
Investment.
Kokoy, hindi lang si what's his name? Si Elijah, si Mark Ryan Victoria din committed din yan.
Yeah. In more ways than one.
Yes. Ayan is it Jaime Guerrero? It's a pandemic rom-com friendship story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we stand friends like Pearl. Like,
Oo
seriously.
naman.
Diba? And for a moment there, I mean, I was kind of hating on Wes. But then with the revelation that, I mean, it's true. I mean, you can have crushes on your friends. And it's not something like serious or something that you want to act on, right? Parang it's just, kasi
Right.
pogi or ganda, di ba? Parang crush mo siya in that
Yeah.
sense. But nothing more than that. So, alam mo yun, parang that was a revelation. And it so happened na he really just was helping. And mapunpato lang talaga siya. Di ba? But, it stopped there. It was just that. Diba? Ayun. Ange. Hi,
I'm just saying something.
Thank you as well.
Hi, Ange. Ako muna proxy yung lahat.
Oo.
Great. Thank you, Lance, for doing that.
Baka maging mainstay na to sila sa atin.
Oo, di ba? Si Baba
Pero
rin.
ang ganda ng
Gusto
mga
rin
points
niya.
nyo eh. I mean,
Oo
like,
nga,
you
and
were saying
narinig
that
yung...
yung footage is like, it reminds you of the one we had in the seminar last time, where they were saying about everyday photography. So it's similar to that, but with video format naman.
Yeah.
So parang if I would describe Gameboys in 10 years, I'd say this is a game changer or a wave changer, kumbaga. Like how they described it in I Love You Hater. We need trends to come in waves, especially in the Philippines.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is one of the startest, biggest wave that came in the Philippines. Where in 10 years from now, look, kids, this is how we did it. How we did series before. We only use the phone. We only did it with this technology. Right now, you could use anything now.
Right.
Diba? Given our technology before, this is what you did. So I hope you could still be better storytellers like this. Siguro that's what I would say. But if you want to learn about love during a pandemic, here's a nice story for you to watch. That's how I describe it.
Yeah.
I won't even include the term. Like it goes beyond BL na eh. It's about love in all forms, from platonic, eros, to romantic, sexual. It's all there.
Right.
Absolutely. I so agree with that.
Diba? Wala tayong masabi.
Merong parental love, may friendship,
Oo, it's
may
too much.
romance
Yes.
club, may hidden desire, unspoken love. Diba?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unrequited, mga ganung
Unrequited
bagay,
love,
diba?
yeah.
And then there's I think there were a couple of characters who showed what unrequited love can do to them. So one
Yep.
was she who will not be named, the one who outed. Risa, whatever.
Girl.
Diba? Parang yun yung reaction niya to unrequited love. But then there's
Mhm.
also Wes who's like, oh yeah, okay, well, I crush you, but parang that's it. I'm here as a
Buti
friend
kasi Wes,
still.
I could hear the sincerity sa boses niya. So I've been through the same situation as well.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm the
Yeah.
other party.
Oh.
So I know what it feels like.
Yes. Diba? It's nice to be able to explore all those different facets of human behavior or human
Yeah.
reactions. Diba?
Right.
So tama ka
Right.
Parang it's not just a BL, it's an HL. Taray, human love. Charot.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I-patent natin yan.
All
Charot.
kinds of love.
Just kuday, ano
HL.
ba to? By the way, also, come through, Mami Leila. Oh my God. Without
Oh, yes.
hesitation.
Diba?
Talagang, that's how I wish.
Yes.
Parents would love their
Sana.
kids.
Sana.
Diba? Like parang,
Makikipag-inuman pa sa'yo, mama. Sorry, oh.
correct. Oh, akit ka dito. Dito ka uminom. Diba? Exactly. And, parang I liked, eto na naman, that's why, the reason why I love this writing is because parang, there are some things that you forget about, but then, when somebody says it, it just makes complete sense and then puts a
Right.
sort of like a different spin on things, diba? Kasi parang, naglalasing si Cairo, he was in the car, and then, she was like, oh, umiinom ka, bakit? Tapos parang, kasi ganito. And then she was like, okay, so nag-away kayo ng fan mo. And then he was like, paano mo alam? And he's like, hello, we live in the same house. I wash your pillowcases. And we were like, the pillow! Exactly! Di ba?
Oo
Parang
nga,
we forget,
Oo nga.
we forget about it.
I
But
think
then
what I-
it makes complete sense. Di ba? Parang, nga no. Parang the way that they're able to do that in the script, in the dialogue, parang it's just a line, but then boom, dimension. Okay, yes, they're living in the same house. Duh. Right?
Right.
Oh my God.
That's I like the
Magandang bagay.
storytelling when they were doing the revelations, the flip from Kai and Wes and Vince and si Kokoy. Ang galing nung transition ng of the scenes. Like
Yes.
when you hear the side of the crush, you'd hear it from Wesley's side. When you hear about Terrence, you'd hear it from Terrence's side. Parang ang
Diba?
galing na ng pagtatagpid nila.
Super.
Right, exactly. So parang it was just really one conversation, right? But then
Yep.
played by different people. And, yeah. Ano pa? Ang dami kong gusto sa episode na to.
Ang ganda ng parallelism, given the title pa lang ha, Crossing the Line.
Crossing
Diba
the
sabi ni
Line.
Pearl, parang
When
I hope
Pearl
I'm not
said it.
diba, iba yung crossing the line sa kanya eh. Pero yung context dun sa reconciliation, it's a different crossing the line altogether.
Exactly.
Parang, what?
And I
Ash.
think that's one of the I don't know if I'm overthinking this or what, but parang people have come to remember parang sa maalaala mo kaya. Parang people try to guess the title from the episode. But then here, medyo reverse, diba? Parang we try to
Right.
guess where it will figure into the
Bakit?
episode, right?
Ganun ang
Yeah.
title.
So
Yeah.
when I think Ash was playing with us when he made Pearl say it at the beginning, we thought that was it, but
Correct.
that really wasn't it. It
Hindi
was
talaga.
at the end. It was at the end. And it wasn't just one time at the end, it was 2 times. It was
Yes.
both characters doing it. So parang,
Yes.
oh my
Yeah,
God,
actually,
this
it's thematic.
guy.
Like, I feel like it goes through different themes. Like, for example, Wesley and Terrence are also crossing the line
Yes!
through Pearl.
Yes! Yes! Oh my God, parang switching
Grabe,
partners.
no?
I don't know. That sounds bad, but they were switching, right? Crossing. Oh my God,
So
yes! Now that you
pag
say
next
it, oh my
time,
God.
no? Pag next time mag-switch partners ka, huwag mo na sabihin switch partners, nag-cross lang ako ng line, di ba?
Yes, I'm just
We're
crossing
just
a line.
crossing
Oh my God, but that's so bad. That sounds so bad. Oh my God. But wait. It wasn't shown, but at
Yeah.
the end, remember, they were both in bed. And then,
Right.
baby, anong gagawin? Anong gusto mong gawin? And Kai was like, ikaw, baby.
Ikaw.
That is another
Crossing
line
the
to be
line.
crossed.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Pero
yeah.
mama,
I'm
consent.
excited for that line to be
Correct. At may consent na yun, ha? GMMTV,
virginity.
ha? Sinasabi
The,
namin.
the VPL. The virgin partner line.
Pero curious tuloy ako, nagpa-test kaya sila in real life for them to be
Yes,
able to.
yes,
I
they
guess
did.
so.
They
Yeah.
they really did. They did. They said it sa Twitter and in their interviews. Which I think is really, diba? Parang if they really wanna kiss, it had to happen. And I also like that revelation, diba? Parang that not settlement. Pero diba, parang people were, the dark web, alternative universe of Gameboys. Parang may sakit si Gav. Diba? He looks so pale, he looks haggard. His room is a mess. He's coughing and all of that, diba? So it was settled. Negative. Period, guys. Diba? And with just to show
sa family nila. Kasi remember sabi ni Kai sa last line was like, di ba nag-usap na kayo ni Mama, bawal to? Parang ganun yung dating.
Yes. Diba? Correct. So
ang daming lines na cross or natawid, kumbaga.
Right.
From different parts.
So true. Yes. Getting to know the boyfriend, what do you call that? Thing.
Him not as a fan anymore, but as the boyfriend na talaga.
Right. Kai named him, diba, Gabriel Alarcon. Yes!
Kompleto, Sorry.
There was one thing, though, that kind of puzzled me there. And I don't know if I'm just overthinking it, but when Wes and Kai were talking, diba, before the flight, parang have you told Gav na, blah, blah, blah. So, London entered the scene, but he didn't talk to Wes. So parang I thought to myself, galit ba siya kay Wes? Because, I mean, if Kai and Wes are childhood friends, then London would have known. He would know, right? But there wasn't a hi or anything. So,
bakit kaya?
I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe they've already said the hi. We just didn't see it.
Oh my God.
Before, at the beginning of the call. I don't know.
Correct.
Pero, I'm a Virgo, guys. I'm an overthinker. So, sorry.
Right. Ang kulit talaga ng utak ko, ha. Pero I don't know kung mangyayari to sa season 2, pero medyo ridiculous na. Kung magaling kang writer or parang intrigera kang writer, iisipin ko talaga may nangyari sa kanila ni Wes. Charot lang. 'Di ba? Malay mo sa season 2.
London and Wes?
'Di ba? Charot lang.
Okay. Now it's in my head. Nico, what the hell? What the hell? Now I'm gonna be looking for clues. God. I'm gonna be looking for clues to confirm that.
Kaya hindi pinapansin.
Na-trigger mo. Tinrigger mo.
Oh my God.
He went to the brother na.
Oh
my God.
Hindi mo alam
I'm sure it's gonna be Terrence because, I mean, it was set up in this final episode. Right. At least they're gonna be having a thing or maybe an LDR kind of thing. I don't know.
Wait, lang, kinilig talaga ako doon. Super. Di ba parang si Wes was like, hi, di pala tayo na-introduce. Pero oh my God, okay.
He made the first move. He's more interesting. He's more brave. I don't know.
Yes.
Pero yung mga pailing-iling nila, yung mga parang...
We stand.
We stand. And I love Pearl's reaction. She was like, mabuk lang to. Alam mo yun? So again, she's playing the bridge. Yes. We stand.
Hinahanap ka pa rin sinabi mo before. Hinahanap ko sa Twitter, Mikey.
Talaga, hinahanap ko rin sa natin, sa messenger natin. Pero since ang haba-haba ng kudaan natin dito, hindi ko na mahanap, buisit. Oh my God. I'm echoing, by the way. Is someone on
Maya, ano yun? Okay lang.
Ayan. I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry. If I remember it, I'll tell you again. Or mention it. But yeah, it's found fit.
Nakakadagdag ng kilig yung fact na they shot it while they were looking at the screen. So, kita-kita mo yung emotions nila and you also kind of feel that when they're talking to the camera, they're also talking to you. Diba? So, parang nakakadagdag yun ng kilig. So, kapag medyo, baby, parang, oh my gosh.
True.
He's calling me baby.
Ayun na, nakita ko na, Mikey!
Oh my God, what?
Ang tawag is Screen Life. There you go.
Screen Life,
Uh,
which was
nasa
not popularized, but there's one movie. What is that? Unfriended, diba?
Unfriended, yes.
Unfriended,
Unfriended.
which is
Ayun, sinabi
sort
niya.
of like that.
Nasa
Yeah.
Twitter talaga na DM natin dalawa. Doon ko
Ay,
nahanap.
Twitter pala. Kaya
Oo.
akala ko Messenger, hindi ko mahanap.
Marami na tayong platforms,
Unyema.
mama.
Ang daming platforms. Can we just choose one and talk there?
Screen Life.
Screen
I-flash
Life,
nyo natin
absolutely.
para makita ng mga
Right.
viewers natin.
Did we have other questions ba? Or, parang
Yun na yun.
conversation natin?
Para freestyle lang tayo. Ganyan.
Okay.
Ako may question ako.
Go!
Yes, go.
Anong na-feel nyo dun sa closing slide when the closing slide was shown?
You mean season?
Oo, yun.
You know
Anong
what?
na-feel nyo? Oh my God.
You know what? I missed it. I actually missed it. Because when they showed that photo, parang, oh, that's so sweet. And then I looked at my phone and I missed it. Actually, Louis told me parang, oh, am I season 2? And I'm like, huh? How do you know? And he was like, look at the last picture. I did. Look at it again. And I looked at it again. And that's when I went,
Meron.
so medyo delayed / nga reaction
Kaya
ako doon.
Kaya pala sabi mo sa group chat, parang spoiler. Sabi ko, spoiler?
Spoiler siya. Because, alam mo, parang, I really, I don't know, for some reason I said to Louis, parang, let's keep watching. Baka may extra scene ulit. And true enough, there was an extra scene. Diba? So parang, but then, I didn't follow my own advice kasi, di ba, at the very end, I looked away and I missed the season 2.
Sobrang atat mo, mama. Ganun epekto nun.
Makipag-uusap. Alam mo yun. Naghahanap talaga ako ng kausap. Kailangan kong
Correct.
Diyos ko. So, yeah, it was sort of like a delayed reaction for me. Pero, yeah, my God, like, I'm all for it. I'm here for it. Let's go. Alam mo yun?
Yes.
Kayo
ba, how did you feel about yung last slide na yun? Ano mga thoughts niyo about
I was semi-expecting na rin nung pinayagan siya magstay ng mom niya. Parang feeling ko kulang yung isang episode to tell what will happen after or during his period of stay. So parang I was also hoping and I would think business-wise it makes good business sense to take advantage of the attention that it's getting now, diba? Especially with the momentum that it started. Parang it is a wise decision from their end. But at the same time, of course, who are we to resist? They're giving us more Elijah and
giving me life. My God. These people. And actually, now that you mentioned...
I relate to you because I also missed that. I had to rewatch it again. Sabi ko, shit, oo nga.
Pero maliit lang kasi. Super liit lang.
Maliit lang. Para lang siyang degree or parang square.
Square root, correct.
Ano yung dos na yun? Dos por dos. Diba?
I had to look for it. Parang, oh no.
So next time, kailangan antayin natin hanggang magpakita yung idea first logo.
Correct.
It's not over until we see the idea first logo.
Learning yan. Learning.
Yes. Parang Marvel na sila with the Marvel Cinematic na may end credits na talaga to.
Correct.
Baka they got it from there diba? Ganong trend diba?
And
ang ganda nung cut-to-cut scenes na nag-intersperse dun sa closing credits. Ang cute. Kasi ang bigat-bigat na ng feeling mo during the reunion and during the crying scene and during the fight scene. So, parang the last few scenes, the get-together and the bed scenes interspersing at the credits kind of gives you an uplifting mood. So, it's also a good strategy for them.
Ang ganda yung pacing ng scenes na yun. Hindi lang siya parang tinapon-tapon lang na ganyan. Tamang pacing lang.
The photos na ginamit nila for the end credits nila, those were like throwbacks to the most momentous moments nila sa Gameboy.
Right.
Like the mother na umiiyak na I know son, parang gano'n.
Correct. Those momentous
yun.
events in the lives of our boys. Alam mo yan. But you know what? I was kind of hoping that they would do also an extra scene wherein Wes and Terrence were like just talking. It was just the two of them. But more on that in the... Diba? I was half expecting na parang parang sana may ano sila, konting, chat, gano'n, etc.
Oo.
Kahit mga text-text lang, di ba?
Correct.
Ganun. So, yun. Also, I want to latch on to what Maya said earlier. It makes perfect business sense. And we're happy for that. We're happy for Idea First Company because they needed, Gameboys came along when they needed it the most. But they need it all the more now because we want them to produce more shows like this. Diba?
Right.
So, if they have more sponsorships, that's going to help them. But me and Louie were talking earlier and we were like, sayang no, ngayon lang nila nilabas yung yung merch, parang patapos na. Lo and behold, hindi pa patapos.
Hindi pa talaga. Simula pa lang yun.
Simula pa lang pala. So tama lang na ngayon yung merch, no? And I'm sure there are gonna be other merch as well. So we're gonna watch out.
Will be like what they do in Marvel Series 2. Mag-crossover characters from Pearl Next Door to Gameboys.
Pwede. Para ma-sustain, no? Ma-sustain
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Siya. Wait, I just wish that merch sana, no? Kung nanonood yung Idea First. So gusto ko sana ng tumbler or something. Diba? Na may straw.
Yes.
I don't know. Wala lang. Gusto ko lang.
Pero you know what? I'm not sure if you guys see, pero I forgot the name of the person on Twitter, pero it's Dream something. And what they do is, parang they draw these caricatures and they have a caricature of each character and then parang meron silang Gabriel starter pack. Alam mo yun? Tapos may mga items beside them. Alam mo yun? Tapos parang, oh my God.
To see that.
Well, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna
send it. Parang naka-box set siya or something, ganon.
Hindi. It's not an actual merch, but it is an idea for a merch. Ano mo yun? Yung parang caricature. I think, oh my God, I think I downloaded one sample and it was the Gabriel one. Pero yun nga, parang, and I think Percy said something about putting up a website wherein they can put all of the fan art. Kasi ang dami daw talaga. So who knows? No? Maybe we'll have shirts with fan art on them, right?
Ayan, sabi ni Jaime, it's Jaime pala. Sabi ni Jaime, it's the best way to end the weekend. Of course!
Jaime, yes!
Diba? Happy tayo.
Masarap ang tulog natin mamayang gabi.
Oo, mahimbing.
Tsaka pagod yung mata mo, so makakatulog ka talaga.
True.
Ay mo, umiyak ka nang namamaga pa siya.
Medyo pagod rin yung kasi adrenaline ka ngayon, di ba? So mamaya bagsak tayo ngayon.
True.
Diba?
Ay, Mikey, Frank Marvin says hi.
Who? Frank Marvin. Oh, hi! Hey! We work together. Hi! StarTech. Hi. Did you watch it, Frank? Did you watch it? What did you think about it? Tell us in the comments. How do you feel?
Let us know.
Your thoughts.
O, ano pang questions natin? Lance, Maya, do you have other thoughts about the... honestly, parang ayoko nang i-extend. I think we've pretty much said enough about the series kasi ako mas na-excite ako sa season 2. Parang ano kayang ipapakita nila sa season 2 and then the movie also. Parang I'm anticipating.
What are your forecasts
for that?
Yeah.
Baka long distance. It'll tackle more on long distance relationships. That's one
LDR
thing.
Yeah.
LDR talaga, full blown.
Yeah.
One last word to go.
And feeling it's gonna take it's gonna be a more hyped or more intense version of what we're seeing with going to the other Thai series.
Right.
Yung with the Sarawat and Thai long distance relationship. Kasi it's gonna be farther compared sa kanilang dalawa.
Right.
Shade on. Si Lance. Shade. I'm telling you.
But
I think
I agree.
Shade.
I agree. The level of sepangs versus the level of distance is not
Yeah.
What do you call it? Oh my God, I cannot English.
Pero I
complementary.
I'd understand if they were shut down in that situation. Kasi kahit like for us, kami ni Maya, na I may be pretty close in terms of distance with my partner. But because we can't even get out because of the pandemic, so I would understand that more kapag ganun nangyayari. But it's not it.
Pero yung still together, I don't think there's the pandemic angle, di ba? So parang...
Oh, wala. There's none.
And you can pick up the phone. What's FaceTime?
Oo naman, correct.
You know? Parang, Anyways, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh my god, I can't find it
Pero it's
anymore.
okay.
But I'll find it and I'll send it to you guys.
There you go.
Ay, sige.
Yeah.
Ano yun, Lance?
One
I think-
last
I-
word to go.
Go.
Yes, I'm
Go, Mike.
I hope they do Pearl's coats, please. Her pearls of
Ah!
wisdom. Take them on
Oo!
t-shirts.
Right.
That the mga
Statement
sorry,
shirts.
sorry.
I agree.
Statement shirts. Pwede.
Oo. Mga
Pwede.
pearls of wisdom
Pwede,
ni
absolutely.
Ate Pearl, 'di ba? I like that. Mas bibili talaga ako nun.
Ako din.
Sure.
Idea first, if you're watching, please make
Oo,
pearl
pwede lang naman, no?
pearls of wisdom. Hashtag pearls of wisdom, put the code.
Oo.
Pearls of wisdom with a code.
Oh, nagbe-brainstorm po kaming apat dito ng mga marketing, mga merch, no, collaterals, ito. Baka pwede namang isama kami sa charot lang.
I wish.
Correct.
Ayan, siguro, I
Kahit
think, ano yun, Lance? Go ahead.
sabi lang sa brainstorming committee nila, sa mga ganun yung mga think boxes nila, I love that.
Yes!
Oh.
Ayan yung partner mo. Basahin mo yan,
Oy!
Lance Lucas.
Coming for his
Oh,
man.
kung di lang ako maging kontrabida, kikidnapin ko na yan si Lance para lang makasama. Ako na.
I think,
Ito, yan.
I
I
think,
love you.
tama lang yun.
Ay.
I think tama lang yun.
Kaya ako siya nadadama na sobra-sobra lalo this episode because you know that you want to go out so much but you can't
Yeah.
because it's either I'll turn evil to my parents or I might be asymptomatic. And it's gonna be harder
Yeah.
for me to be blamed for
Right.
that. So parang
Exactly.
it's better to stay safe. As much as I love him so much, pero I cannot risk it at this moment.
Oo naman.
Kasi
oo
life
naman.
and death, life or death, diba? So parang definitely that weighs a lot. Ayun, so
And it's harder then kasi our language of love, I cannot say understand somehow with Kai on that level. Because I think we have a similar language of love. And see, Gab has a similar language of love with my partner. He's more physical, he's more touchy, he's more into the quality time. And I'm a thinker like Kai. So it gets harder for that. Especially now you know that you can give that aspect. So parang, how do we make this work now? So I think we're in this, siguro season 2 will be having the same dilemma. If that's going to be the issue, how do you make your language of love reconcile, especially with distance?
right. Although there may be sort of like an Easter egg, maybe when Pearl said, "Edi, bili tayo ng ticket, puntahan natin siya." So that might be something that could happen,
Movie.
right? Diba?
Movie.
Or it could be in the movie. It could be in the movie, right? That's true. Yes, that could be true.
Di ba?
Yes. Kaya sabi ko, gab ko nga yan eh. Sabi ni P. Minsan inaaway ko yan, sobrang miss ko siya. And I shot,
Oh.
Ayan.
I shot
May mga pahabol tayo sa pagkilig, ha?
Oy, inaaway.
Buti mo siya
nice.
inaaway ako, tinutulugan ako, buwisa.
Shade. Shade.
Shit! Girl!
Pigab.
Hindi, opposite
Pigab.
kasi kami ng schedule. So usually when I'm awake,
Ay, yun
he'll
naman
sleep.
pala.
Tapos when he's awake, I'm also sleeping. So yun.
Aww.
So it's a time difference as well, not just a distance thing. Ayan, it's true.
Oh, ito na lang. Siguro, before we end our session, I think we've pretty much said everything, no? If there's anything that we'd like to share, pa, we can have another session. I think this is not the end of Gameboys. To all those watching out there, this is going to be the start of something, definitely. Siguro ito na lang, just like the usual, and we can probably ask Ange, Mark, and then Pat if they're watching, no? I-rate na lang natin ang Gameboys Season 1.
10.
No questions asked. Gameboys
Yeah,
Season
10.
1, BBS,
10.
Kilig rating. It's a 10. 10
It's a
for
10.
me.
It's a 10.
10 din, Lance
10
Lucas.
And also,
The board.
10
Oh, 10 tayo. Oh. Maya, ito yung perfect nating BL.
And if I can just say, for those of you who haven't watched this live feed before, or like our other
Yeah.
feeds, Nico and me and Maya know this. Parang I have never rated any any series a 10.
Nagna-9 lang yan.
Any
Never
other.
siyang
This
nag-10.
is a 10 for me, hands down, hands down. And I can safely say, I'm not an expert or anything, but in my opinion, in my humble opinion, and I've seen a lot of BLs already. In my humble opinion, GMMTV, I'm calling you out. You can learn from this BL right here.
Learn from
You
this.
better be watching, right? That's it. Akala mo naman manonood ng GMMTV nito. Hala, baklo.
Sana. Pero yun, I remember what you were saying a while ago na I've been watching all of your ratings, so I've never heard you give a 10. And I can relate also why I never given a 10. Pero kasi, if I rate everything on the top of my list, siguro Gameboys is really on the top. Especially that it's homegrown, it's Filipino, and it's on a time period that's current. So,
Tagalog hits differently. Yes. It hits harder.
Yes,
especially tapos kanina din yung word na KUPAL, di ba? Parang they just di ba parang they just translated the show off. Parang it doesn't really capture.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Grabe. So it's a 10 for us from BBS. We've rated Gameboys Season 1 with the 10. We're anticipating, hoping for Gameboys the movie. And then, tama ba, Mikey? Or Season 2 na?
Season 2 muna yata.
Okay.
Before the movie. I'm not sure though. We can double check that.
Yeah. We can check on Twitter and then we can post updates on our page naman. And once we see these updates naman. And I think we've pretty much said everything about Gameboys. Kaming lahat apat dito, we're so excited and we're floored basically, literally.
Walled and ceilinged.
And walled, nag-walling na kami at lahat. No? But we'd like
and ceiling.
We would like to thank Lance Lucas for joining us.
Thank you, Lance.
Lahat na, no? We'd like to thank Lance Lucas for being here. We'll also invite you again in our next review, no? Thank you so much. Parting words, Maya, Mikey, Lance?
Emotional.
Period.
Emotional.
Period.
It's an emotional show.
It is.
Yeah.
Ako naman siguro, apart from that, I would say like wow, like capital WOW, wow. That's it for me.
Yeah, that is the pearls of wisdom too. Conquer yourself, people, and love transcends.
Yes.
Yeah. Ay, suot pa yung shirt niya. Conquer yourself.
Yes.
Yun lang talaga. Bilib na bilib ako sa idea first. Gameboys talagang, di ba, ehemplo kayo ng totoong pagkikwento at Yeah. Yes, Mikey.
Yeah, that was actually one of my trains of thought before I lost it. when I was talking to GMMTV has been around longer, but then Idea First comes along and then they just blow that whole genre out of the water. So another thing that we can say to future generations, like child, you better watch this show. It ain't nothing you've ever seen before. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. That's it.
Why don't you Shaki?
Period.
Yo, to Shaki, to Shaki.
Shaki, I love you. Anyways, yes. That's it.
Of course. I think we can end our reaction live already. Thank you so much for joining us, to all our viewers out there. We'll have another review next week on Friday. We'll be talking about Still Together, the last 2 episodes. No, yun naman ang i-review natin. And of course, Lance can also join us in our room.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So that was a fantastic episode from Gameboys. It was a good Sunday. It's a good way to start the week. So happy Sunday to everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Have a great
everyone.
week, everyone.
Have a great week. Take care. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 10. It should say 10.
10.
Nag-end na ba ang